Okay guys, you ready? It's time for your first journal entry today. We're going to do our 6th grade vocabulary for the whole year, so we have it in our journals ready to go. Some of your pages are purple, some of them are white. It doesn't matter, they're all the same. But the first thing that I want you to do before you even start is take your pages and make sure they're in alphabetical order. Alright, so on page 1, you should have alliteration. I just want you to put a number 1 on that page. It just needs to be small. Make sure it's on the outside border, just like mine, just so you can keep track. Then compare and contrast is on 2. Fiction, page 3. Inference, 4. Personification, 5. And then sensory language is page 6. So that's the first thing that I want you to do. I want you to take all your pages and make sure that they're numbered and in the right order. All right, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to take your journal and you are going to turn to the 3rd page. So this is the very front cover. 1, this is 2, 3. This is the page that you are going to put your vocab on. Okay, so the first step that you're going to do is you're going to cut out this excess where you put your numbers. That's the first thing you're going to do. So you're going to take your scissors and you're just going to start cutting right along this outside edge. So I'm going to cut mine out and I'm going to show you the final product. Okay, so this is page 1. I know it's page 1. I just cut it out. I have it right here. I see the number 1, and it's just going to be your rectangle, all right? So I cut it all out. Now it fits in the page way better than it did before, and you're going to go ahead and get started on the next page. You're going to do 1 page at a time. That way your pages do not get mixed up. So you've cut it out in your rectangle. The next thing you're going to do before you glue, we are not gluing yet. So before you glue, you are going to cut each one of these solid lines, but stop when you get to this long vertical line, okay? So we're cutting each one of these lines, but we're stopping at the vertical line. So I'm going to do mine, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done cutting. Okay, so I've finished cutting each one of my lines. The whole point of this is you're going to write your definitions under these flaps. So when you look up alliteration, you're going to write your definition under it. So that's why I had you stop on this line so it doesn't go all the way across. So you have already cut on every single flap. Each one of these, it's individual. Okay, so you've done that. You finished that only on the first page. Now you're going to glue, and you're going to glue underneath right here where it says 6th grade vocabulary. This little strip is where you're going to put your glue. So you're going to turn it over. You know where you need to stop because you see all these cuts. So you never want to put glue anywhere where you have cuts. All right, so I see where I'm putting my glue. Now, we only use this liquid glue. We don't use glue sticks because the glue sticks don't hold up as well. They won't stick as well as this Elmer's glue. So always make sure that you're using this and not glue sticks, okay? And I always have some for you. All right, the other thing about glue, do some of y'all eat toaster strudels? So you like take your glue and you strudel it down. That's not what we do when we're gluing, okay? We're not toaster strudeling because then it's going to bleed all over everything and your writing's going to be blurred and you're not going to be able to do anything on the next page. So all we're going to do is we're going to do like pretty little dots, like candy dots. And I'm just going to put little dots all the way down. I'm not strudeling. I'm just putting dots. All right, so you've put your dots. Now you're going to flip it over. I'm going to make sure it's centered. Please do a better job than me on centering it. All right, and you're going to push down all on the side. So that's what your page will look like. Hopefully straighter than mine, but that's what it'll look like. And you'll be able to open every single page, and there's no glue under any of them. All right, so you're done with the first page. Now you need to do each other page, all 6 pages, but remember, only do 1 at a time. That way they don't get mixed up. All right? Well, I have finished all 6 pages. Alright, so I'm done gluing and cutting out all my pages. So what you do next is you start on all your definitions. So the best place to start is always the beginning. Don't make it harder on yourself. So I'm going to start on this first page. Now you're going to be able to use that blue literature book that is in every single desk. You can use that blue literature book, use the glossary, remember the glossary is at the back of the book, to find the definitions for these words, guys, okay? I'd use that book for as many definitions as you can find, okay? Once you use the book for as many definitions as you can use, then you can use the dictionary to find definitions, okay? If you're having trouble finding a word, always come and see me, and I can help you with finding a word. But if it's not in your literature book, not in the dictionary, then just move on and come back to it. Don't get stuck on a word because you can't find it, okay? We will find the answer. I will help you find the answer. So you look it up, and then you got to write small. You can't have ginormous handwriting. And you're going to write your definition behind each flap. All right? Easy as